All right, and we should be live. Let me know in the chat when you do, or when you can hear me and it sounds good. Ferris, happy Sunday. Ali and Tim are early adopters into the stream. We obviously didn't stream last Sunday because I got the cold that we don't talk about here on YouTube. I am feeling much better now though, so still got a little bit of a cold, but we'll work through it. I wasn't even going to do any videos this week because how bad I felt, but then obviously you've seen that I got 2 videos out. So that was good. I'm glad we were able to somewhat stick to a video release, even though they weren't on the scheduled dates. It was still good. Still worked out well for me. Frederick, good morning. Yeah, I feel better for sure. Drinking tea. I still can't taste too much, so it's a little bit different. John, how's it going? Good morning. Alex, good morning. How's it going? Gamers New Republic, good morning. So there's been a few things that have, I guess, came out in what we've been able to do, or what we could discuss, which I've done the videos on, so we'll talk about that today. Kim, good morning. How's it going? And Kim, I did see your message about the VPN and making your internet connection go yellow. So the VPNs will slow down your connection for 100%. Z-Guy. Matrix, good morning. Happy to hear you're feeling better. Yes. I always do. Oh, crap. Oh, no. I didn't mean to set it at this. Darn it. The resolution's set to 4K. Let me know if it looks all right. It should be only on 30, but I don't think I could stop and start the stream without changing it. So it should be at 1080. B. McCallum, that's my dad. Good morning. If it looks okay, you need to change the resolution, which is not, the expectation is 2560. I knew I was missing something. Do I stop the stream and start it again? I think I'm gonna, okay. Come back to my channel. I'm gonna stop the stream and start it again because this could ruin it. I don't know. Yeah, because I'm showing on my XSplit that I'm doing it in 4K. Unless it doesn't boot me out and it looks fine, I guess we could stay here. I guess that's not a major deal. It is just giving me some errors. I wish you could change this on the fly when you were actually still streaming. No, it doesn't let you. It will max out at 1440. Okay, so we'll leave it unless some people start having some video issues. Let me know if we are having video issues and we could stop and restart it. My camera is only going in 1080-60. The streaming software thinks we're doing 4K, and then obviously YouTube doesn't like that. So either way. Okay, cool. You love the higher quality. Okay, well, maybe I need to switch it a little bit. Their max resolution is 2560 by 1440. So I guess I could start doing that. Anyway. Let's see. People could lower the resolution. Yeah, it's just YouTube's giving me a bunch of errors, right? But it's okay. I don't think they'll actually take the stream down. Okay, so what are we going to talk about? They're the AI Theata, that thing, that's a thing. So let's actually go to the video. We'll kind of just go through, I'm not going to play any sounds or anything with it. Ubiquity, is it, not that one. There we go. Oops. So this thing's cool. And it's kind of funny that they're actually showing like Gucci stores. They're showing Apple. I think they were showing, yeah, an Apple. I don't know if like Apple has something to do with this or not, but it's pretty interesting. I have an HD LifeCam 3000 1080-60. Nice. I'm using my EOS 90D Canon. 8K or even 16K. I don't know if that'd be possible. Bruce, good morning. How's it going? Jeremy, how's it going? From Pickering. Awesome. Yeah, so this camera, like it's super small. I tried getting one. Obviously, some people have seen it come out of, or it's in early access now. They only released about 60 of them. So during that release, I was driving. I tried to get it while I was driving, which I shouldn't have been doing, but it was sold out once I was able to. That's okay. Let's see. I could probably switch that. I don't really care. I'll switch the thumbnail afterwards. It's not a big deal. I forget I was doing something. The video that I was doing, I spelt it wrong as well. I wonder if Apple is gonna start using, because the CEO of Ubiquiti is like ex-Apple, right? So this thing's really cool. We have this little dongle, and one thing that I did mess up in my video, I said you have to plan your network, infrastructure, because this whatever they call it, I'm just calling it a dongle, can only be 30 feet away from this. So I'm like, you only have a 30-foot length. Well, no, you don't. You have 100 meters of the copper cable, Cat 6, whatever, and then you have 30 from this, because this is what's going to be plugged in for power over Ethernet and give us our data traffic as well. And then we have this other USB-C, I think that's what it is. And that's going to be used for that speaker that looks like the door chime. It would be nice if you could actually add a second camera to this if you didn't need a chime. I think that would be really, or you didn't need a speaker. I think that would be really neat. Let's see. I was looking at old videos and saw the price of a cheap Chinese PF Sense boxes have gone from 99 to 500 in Canada. Yeah, things in Canada are very expensive to get. I turned the load balancing off for the video yesterday or the day before. I forget when I did the video. But anyway, besides that, I had it running 24/7. Didn't have one issue with it. It worked great. I am just drinking green tea right now. No coffee. I tried having some coffee this morning and I don't know. I just couldn't drink it. And then, as always, I have my Perrier. My sparkling water. I drink way too much of this. Jeff, good morning. How's it going? Let's see. So yeah, this camera is going to be really cool. I can't wait to get my hands on it. A lot of people in the comments of my video, plus like I read Ubiquiti comments as well sometimes, are complaining, oh, this isn't going to look good in your home, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's not meant for your home. This is meant for businesses. And really, you could see these more in like how they're showing it here, like in hotels, or maybe in retail stores. It is a little bit different that they're adding these accessories, but if you want it to be somewhat visible, we could add these little bullet mounts to it. You'd see that it's kind of doing that fisheye lens thing. I would assume, I think they might have said that it does the de-warping mode if you're in 360 in here. So it's really cool. I think it's going to come, or a lot of people are going to enjoy it. Edward from Pickering. We got a couple people here from Pickering today. I love coffee, but I don't know. I haven't had a Timmy's coffee in a week, just over a week now. Which I'm going to need. Hopefully tomorrow I haven't left the house in a week either. So hopefully tomorrow I could get out. I need to get back to the gym. Hopefully load balancing on the UDM Pro. So what's going to be happening, the UDM Pro OS is going to be migrating into the same OS that the UDM SE is. So every time a new OS gets released, it will be for the SE and the Pro. I don't even know what kind of got. It might be Lipton too. I have no idea. So there's a couple things that have shot up in price, and we'll talk about that. Yeah, I wanted USG Pro, but just went for the little USG 3P. It is the small bedroom. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're not bad. The only thing with those, if you have a 1 gigabit connection and turn on threat management, it drops it to 85 megabits per second. Faisal, how's it going from Saudi Arabia? I was drinking a lot of mint tea, but I couldn't taste it. So and the mint tea was helping with like my sinuses and stuff like that. Ubiquiti just sucks you into their ecosystem. Had to install a Nano Station 5. What I picked up for two for around 10 GBp yesterday for a camera. Nice. Yeah, Ubiquity, that's the thing. Once you start buying into their product line, you're gonna, you're gonna keep buying. I am anyway. Mike from Mexico. I've been to Mexico once. I forget where in Mexico though. 12 coffees a day. So I usually would have one in the morning. Then I'd have pre-workout, go to the gym, and then I'd have another coffee on my way home. Ryan, good morning. Alonzo, good morning. How's it going? I have 1 gigabit, but it is single user environment and I use purely for personal. Oh, okay, yeah. I would leave the threat management off anyway if you're using one of those USG 3s. Any updates on messing with the U6 Pro? I haven't messed with it at all. So I put it on the ceiling. It was on my ceiling a long time ago, even before it came out at early access. And I just kind of, I think it's something to do with the chipset of my computer. I don't know. It just wouldn't push out I couldn't connect to the 6 gigahertz band. I think it might have to do with the WPA3. Isn't it odd that DHCP leasing is just now being added to Unify, even though it's been on Edge? Yeah, I mean, a lot of functions that should be in the Unify OS, should have been there years ago, like load balancing, right? I haven't seen a NVR in quite a few months, and by that I mean well over 6 months. Have you seen any stock? So in Canada, I don't know if we do anymore. Yeah, they're sold out now. The funny thing, in the States, you would have stock in camera, but you wouldn't have NVRs, and in Canada, we'd have NVRs, but no cameras. I'm a Ubiquity addict. I have a couple of their t-shirts, actually. I don't know where a few of them. Where do you find their shirts? Shirt? Like, they hide these things so much. I have this t-shirt they sent to me. Actually, every single t-shirt they sent to me. And I'd definitely not be fitting in a small, and that's all they have available now. But this is my favorite one by them. What else did they send to me? They sent me this one. And they sent me this one. I think it was this one. Digital camo. So they only have smalls and mediums. Obviously, a lot more people are in the large, large and up. But yeah, they're actually good quality shirts. The fit on the blue fits a lot better though. I switched to drinking water all day and cut most things out. I don't need fixed acid reflux issues. Yes, it definitely would. I used to drink a ton of like pop or soda. I know in the States they call it soda, but I don't drink nearly as much anymore. I need to start drinking more regular water and get away from that soda water. Hey Cody, I was looking at your video showing how to unmanage the G4 Doorbell Pro from the UDM SE, but I can't find it. I don't know if I have a video on that. I have more than 85 access points and 40 cams on the UDM Pro, and it's very slow. Yes, it would be very slow. You need to, you need to get a UNVR to push your cameras to. I think 85 access points, you're probably getting close to the limit of the UDM Pro as well. So I would offload your cameras. You'll probably have a better experience there. I will be doing I will be doing a review on the U6 Enterprise AP, but I got to do some testing with it. Nobody's gone, like, the only people who will probably do it is myself, Crosstalk Solutions. I know that Tom from Lawrence Systems doesn't really like doing AP reviews. And Crosstalk was actually on a training, that Texas training that he was doing for network fundamentals. That's why I believe he hasn't had his out yet. Let me see. That message got blocked out just because of the word you used in it. Oh, we'll take a look at it. In Australia, you don't have any cameras, but only NVR. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it kind of sucks that you either have one or the other, right? There has been a lot better stock, though, lately than in the last few months. But ended up buying a cheap Eufy one, waiting on the Ubiquity store stock on any payday. Yeah, the Canadian one is fairly hard to get. They did release G4 doorbell, or sorry, G4 bullets, and I was able to snag like 10 of them. And then after that, I haven't seen any in stock. Managed the internet on an Edge Router X and an AP Lite. Then my mama internet is the same setup. Oh, cool. The Edge Router X's are actually really good devices for a good price too. So I've played around with the PTZ camera, but only on customer like consoles. I haven't physically held one in my hand. I don't think there will be a new Unify firewall coming. They just released the SE. The spicy cough is getting better. I'm not going to be streaming on Twitch. I usually do on Sundays after this because I need to figure out how much I could actually handle. The first video I did actually when I started being sick, what was it? It was like a 3-minute and 30-second video. Oh, it was the Unify wired speed. That killed me. Like that took me, it was a 3-minute 46-minute video, but it took me a long time to make. Just because, you know, coughing and stuff like that and trying to, yeah, I was just drained. I probably shouldn't have made the video, but I did anyway. I don't have any reports of that. No. Sometimes they did have a bug with WAN transition failovers where you would see, if you looked in your notifications, it would say WAN 1 went to WAN 2, even if you didn't have a WAN 2. We only get 300 up and 300 down, complains Mike. Well, 300 up, 300 down, still very, I mean, that's a good speed. I have customers who have like 8 down and 2 up. I haven't seen anything about the load balancing on the UXG Pro, and I don't have a UXG Pro because if you see, I sold it to Bruce, and Bruce is in the comments today. Willie does do reviews, but I don't know if he's been putting out, has he been putting, I watch most of Willie's stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah, he just did a video 3 days, so he's still putting stuff out. And I did watch it actually. Okay. He does access point reviews too. But the thing with the U6 Enterprise, you need to have a Wi-Fi 6E chipset to be able to do a proper review on it. And a lot of devices don't have a 6E chipset. I'd probably put, it really depends. I mean, if you could put a fan, if you could put it in both, it'd be better. In my rack, I don't have a fan in it at all because it's in the basement. It's pretty cold. Most of the times when you buy racks, though, you see the fans, like the placements are on top. Yeah. Yeah. So Lawrence is right that way. Like I wouldn't go into the SSH and do a bunch of commands. Even at that, it only usually saves in memory. So if it powers off, all your commands are going to be wiped out anyway. I did a video on layer 3 switching and doing commands and blocking the inner VLAN routing and stuff like that. But once if the plug on the switch got, powered, unless you write a script to re-put those commands in, it's going to be gone. So using the web interface is way better. Ubiquity's come, like the firewalls come a long way, and they're pretty close to the pfSense now. So the UDRs have been saying coming soon in Canada for probably 2 months now. So I have no idea when they're coming soon, because 2 months to me is not soon. When I see something saying coming soon, it's usually like a week at latest. We got 80 people in here and only 17 likes. If you guys want to go ahead and hit that like button, that'd be great. Any idea when they will be releasing the ability to use a VPN client for NordVPN? I know it's out for the Dream Machine SE. So what are you thinking about for the Dream Machine Pro? Because that will be out. I think that will be out soon. Well, you could use layer 3 with the Dream router, right? The layer 3 doesn't really have, the layer 3 switch doesn't have much to do with the router. Meraki, a lot of people don't like Meraki. We were actually taking somebody off of Meraki. Is it this coming week, I believe, and replacing it all with Unify. Yes, the NordVPN will be available. So it's just an openVPN client. That's all it is. You could use NordVPN. You could use Pi or PIA VPN. Whoever really supports a openVPN client server, you'll be able to use. And that will be coming to the UDM Pro. Same with load balancing. The Codkey Gen 2 and the USG P3, I think the P3s are the small routers. They're just a little more difficult to get up and running, but after that, they run reasonably well. Yeah, the little switches are great, these little guys. We have a bunch of them in the field. Where the hell are they? I carry actually a couple of these in my backpack. Just, you know, you never know when you might need it. Yeah, no problem. No problem. It was kind of funny. I'm like, what does this openVPN client do? Ubiquiti hasn't documented any of it for the UDM SE. I'm like, you know what? Let me buy NordVPN. I don't use VPNs like that type of VPN usually. I'm like, let's see if I could get it running. So I got it running, but the problem was the whole, like all of my subnets were running through it. I'm like, there's got to be a way that we could do this. It would be nice in traffic routes if you could say, like, you know, click your IoT network, we specify our network, and then under the interface it goes over, it's either WAN 1, WAN 2, or VPN connection. I hope that they put that in. But obviously you saw my workaround in that we put all the networks besides the IoT in that traffic route, and they all don't route through the VPN. I probably wouldn't turn off or stop broadcasting my SSIDs, or I wouldn't hide my SSIDs, right? So if you stop broadcasting your SSIDs, that means that the Wi-Fi is not going to work at all. If you hide the SSIDs, it's just hiding the name. Even at that, a lot of people do it for security reasons, so people can't see it. But if I was bringing a scanner around, I'd still be able to see it if it was hidden or not. Oh, you pass Willie's house every day. Nice. Yeah, I was waiting for because he usually live streams on Saturday morning, so I was waiting to see his live stream yesterday, but he didn't put anything out. That's a good question, Jonathan. I wish they would kind of add, allow you to add multiple VLAN interfaces on the WAN interface, or multiple VLANs on the WAN interface, especially here in Canada. Like we have a lot of companies that will go with Bell Internet. They'll have Bell Internet, they'll have Bell Voice, and then they'll have Bell TV, and each one of them run over a different VLAN. So you only could pick either the data, the voice, or the video. There is workarounds. I think it's you have to buy another switch and put the VLANs into that first, but it would be a lot easier if they allowed us the VLAN option on the WAN. How do I enable UDM SE email notifications or any other form of the notifications? Currently, I only see when I log into my UDM SE and a note about intrusion. Maybe we'll do a video on notifications. So what's happening with every new release of the Protect and, or not Protect, with the Unify OS, they are including more logs as well. So you'll start seeing more firewall logging in that little section. But we might do a video on email notification triggers. I would probably put the Pro on the bottom. The reason I put the Pro on the bottom is because it's heavier with all those drive bays in there. Let's see. I like Ubiquiti because it has auto update feature and it has been so stable. I would love yeah, some people have the auto update on. I don't have the auto update on personally, especially for businesses. We don't do that. But if you're a home and say they release a bad firmware version, it's not gonna, it's not gonna kill you. You'd always revert. If your UDR doesn't accept a micro SD, try changing that SD and see if it will work. If not, you might have to RMA your UDR. The UDM SE does not support openVPN server yet. I believe it's coming. Same with full WireGuard support. Let's see. Joe, how's it going? From Controlling Tech. Hey man, I've been watching your videos for some help with my network. Thank you for the help, by the way. I have a quick question if you could help me out. I'm using a SFP to RJ45 module to get my 10 gigabit connection to the PCs. Let's see. PCs I work on, and I have a problem over 30 meters. Do you know if Ubiquity's new 10G, I'm not too sure if that does over 30 meters. There are ones that you could get that are over 100 meters though, so you're safe there. What are we looking for? RJ45. So let's see. They don't look like they have the 10 gig for 100 meters, but let me go to my Amazon. I'll find it on Amazon for you. I'm not too sure if you're in the States or not, but I'll give you a US link. 10 gig RJ45 SFP plus. I think this is the one I use. Ooh. Okay, so they only have 80 meters. So it's a 10G tech. This is an affiliate link, just I probably got to let you know that. But hopefully this works out for you. That's an 80 meter one right there. And it will work with Ubiquity. If you fail over to the LTE, then every other network goes out over the VPN or LTE. Maybe? I don't have LTE. We don't use LTE a lot here in Canada, especially in my area. A lot of the times, if you're looking at the Unify LTE, you're specifying which networks, if it does fail over, that you want it to fail over. Like if you wanted just your main network to fail over, you have to check that off within the networks. Yeah, it only looks like right now that we could only have one VPN client. They don't really have any UNVRs right now, or chip issue, you know, you name it. People, the thing with Ubiquity, you'll see 2,000, 3,000 access points come into stock. 30 minutes later, it's gone. Chris, I'm installing my whole system right now and I have the UI search protector PoE for the outside my house. I ran the outside wire to the server area and search. How do you ground them? Do you have some sort of grounding rod maybe towards your electrical panel? Oh God, I didn't see this. Oh no, that's Tim. Let's hide these ones. Oop. Oh, message was, oh, I deleted it. God. Oh, they're on early access. I'm not too sure. I can't look in the early access store right now, just because we're not allowed to show that. Yeah, realistically, Bruce, if somebody was going to try to, you know, get into your network per se, I'd still be able to see the Wi-Fi SSID anyway. pfSense does do very, very, very good logging for firewall rules. I have to admit that. I did see the early, I did see your comments about the UXG Pro. I think I did answer it. It will be coming, I'm sure of it. I'm just not too sure. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure when it will be coming. Perfect. We got the mod delete and stuff. Awesome. Yeah, I try to answer every question. Yeah, these things are getting a little out of control, to be honest with you. If you're on bigger channels than mine, you'll see, you know, people commenting as the presenter or the YouTuber and saying, "Oh, free giveaway," and you know, it's not actually. What else we were going to talk about? UDM load balancing. We kind of already touched on that. Okay, so this guy right here, which shot up in price. Like, that is nuts. $399 US. Like that's, I forget what I bought it at. I bought mine in early access. And to be honest, and I'll say this in my review when I do end up reviewing it, there's not a lot of advantage, I don't think. Let me see what the resolution is on the G4 Bullet. Oh, it's only 1440. So the resolution is better. So this is 1440. This one is, yeah, 30 frames per second. I think this one's 24 frames per second. But when you bump that up in the high frame rate mode, I believe it goes to 48. The smart person and vehicle detection. So I had this camera running for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. I don't have any footage from that because at that time I didn't realize, or I didn't know what was coming out. And then I switched it out for an Amcrest camera to do the Synology surveillance station videos. So now we're going to do a video on this. I'll remount it to the front of my house. We'll see, you know, can it really give us better detections than like a G4 Bullet? But my initial thoughts right now, it doesn't do too much better of a job until maybe this vehicle classification comes out. And who knows, maybe that's going to be available for G4 Bullets, right? It's just a very high price camera. And I don't know if they added something like license plate readers to it and facial recognition to their AI series, I think it would make the price worthwhile. But then again, the Amcrest camera that I have, I don't even know what it was, to be honest with you. Amcrest AI. I don't know what it was. I think it was this guy. Just going to take a screenshot of it. Oops. So that's what I have at the front of my house right now on the surveillance station. I haven't set up the AI stuff because the AI stuff would have been done through the camera, not through my surveillance station. And this one's 119 bucks. But then again, Unify Protect is pretty easy and nice to use, but is it worth the $399? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Like if they do add more, like I said, the facial recognition. I think the vehicle classification will be cool. Pet detection. I'm a little bit on the fence about that. I think it will be good because you do see, like, we don't really have any squirrels in our neighborhood, but sometimes that could trigger off an alert, you know, showing that it's a human, or if it's a dog, it would do that. So I think the pet detection will eliminate all of that. I don't see it that often anymore, but oh, you might have missed it. No worries. I believe they are going to be having all the OSs kind of the same. So you will see load balancing within the UXG. I mean, it's their higher end firewall, right? Hopefully we have it. I did your workaround for the openVPN and then failed over the LTE, and then every target went out the VPN. Oh, cool. Okay. Just means you're popular. I hope I am. I hope I get some more popularity. We'll see. That's why I need Ubiquity to keep releasing stuff. I do need to do the other video on surveillance station. I started doing a trigger, or figure out what they call it, for the smart time lapse that they have. I do like how it's in black though. Like this is very nice. Like if we had an option to do all the cameras in either black and white, I think that would be amazing. I could compare it to the G4. Could you compare it to the Bullet in the G4 Pro? I just don't know if I want to take down my G4 Pro, and I do have extra bullets here. I probably could do. It's hard to show through the resolutions on YouTube because they cap it. But maybe we can, because all three of those cameras are at the front of my house. And for the $50 more, yeah, that's correct. You could get a G4 Pro. But if they're adding AI functionality, like if I feel like what's going to happen, these cameras are priced at this price point right now because they're going to be releasing a bunch of things for AI. On our UXG, we only plan to use failover, not load balancing. Yep, and you could keep it that way if you want. Yep. Clean my house for that price. Yep. Be a lot of work, but changes and additions, features, interfaces, a complete guide to all things how they implement network concepts, a snapshot of yeah. That would make a good video. I'm kind of overdoing the long videos. I feel the long videos, I've done so many of them, and for people's attention spans, I think they like videos that are like 10 minutes or less. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. It's great when affiliate reviewers don't just blindly recommend the more expensive option. So we don't have affiliate anymore. And even at that, even if we did, I'm not going to recommend something that I don't. I mean, I like this camera, and I will end up selling it to customers. It has a great, you know, the quality of it is great. $399 is a little high though, because that's going to come out to USD to Canada. We probably will get our affiliates back, but it's going to be a while. So that's a $500 camera. So that's going to be hard to sell, right? That's not going to be easy to sell. But we'll see. I wouldn't end up recommending anything that I wouldn't use. If people are going to buy it, like, I'm going to tell you if I like it or not, because I wouldn't want to waste people's money. Yes, like with motion triggers, they don't do under 50. Exactly. You could ground it that way. It would be better to have it on a rod, but yeah, that would work. I don't do a whole lot of grounding when we do. I usually get electricians in because I don't do a whole ton of that work. For any outdoor stuff, we usually just get the electricians to have a grounding bar, and then we'll ground to that. I don't think there's a patrol mode yet. I hope they add that because that's what a lot of people have been requesting. I always carry. When I got internet and switched from using landlord's Wi-Fi, I bought the Asus router, and after switching to full Unify setup, it's night and day. So I did a review on an Asus long time ago. It was okay. America says, yeah. Yeah, I like the 10-minute videos too, because I did a video, I forget what it was. It was a long time ago, but it was maybe an hour long. It might have been a full setup of like a UDM and maybe all the consoles, I forget. But that hour-long video took me, just in filming, it took me probably 15 hours. That's a good question. Will they heat more? They probably will. They probably would. In Canada, we're fairly, like, our temperatures don't get super hot, but they get hot enough. That might be hard to find. 120 frames. What does the PTZ do? Oh, it's only 24 frames. This thing I've used it at a couple clients, and looking at it, like, the picture is awesome. And when you zoom, it's not a digital zoom, right? It's an optical zoom. So the digital zooms, it will give you that graininess. The optical zoom, it's wicked. If they do add patrolling on it, I think it will be a great seller. $579 for a PG4. I don't know if that's, I think that's roughly the same price, right? Where is it? Oh yeah. Is it brand new in box? Oh, it's the same thing. $579. The G4 Pros are great cameras. They're nice. I haven't bought one myself. Ubiquiti sent me them, or one of them. Yeah, the affiliates were really nice. It was a trial period for people who, you know, a couple of us, I think I had it, Willie had it, Lawrence, Crosstalk, Linus Tech Tips. I don't know who else had it, but it was a kind of 3-month trial period. Now we're just they're waiting to get more stock and before giving our affiliates back, which is fine, because you saw, or if you were out following any of us on Twitter, maybe not Lawrence Systems, but what we would do, we'd be pushing these links because these links were making us money, right? And then all of that stopped. Like if something comes into stock that's hard to get, a G4 Doorbell Pro, I'm still going to be posting links on Twitter. I don't care about affiliates. It's to help people know that they're there, unless you're using something like Crosstalk's UI Notify, and then or the in-stock Discord, which works really well. Oh, it was a joke request. Yeah. No, I don't think anybody's going to be making a 4K camera at 120. I don't know if this has high frame rate mode on it. I don't know if you could bump it up any more than, the 24 frames, but this thing is great. I've tried to get them to send it to me a couple times, and my request has been denied a couple of times. Oh, awesome. Yeah, the SE, I don't know if I bought any SEs for customers. I don't think I have yet. What do you think of this no 100 gigabit switch? I can't talk about it because it's early access, but it is it's meant for data center switching, right? It's not going to be meant for your home or small business. Oh, you're headed to Ottawa. That's about 6 hours from me still, maybe 5 hours. Albert, how's it going? I haven't been to Ottawa for a while. My uncle and I went there. We did a job for, I think it was like a small college. I don't know. In the States, you might have like CDI colleges or something like that. But we had to run like 350 cables. Did that in a weekend. It was a pretty fun job. But yeah, stressful. Ottawa is nice. Well, it depends where you go in it. A lot of it is like your parliament government buildings. This took me by surprise. Like, I haven't actually seen a Ubiquiti white phone in the wild. I might buy one, but it doesn't look like the Phone Touch Max is in the white, right? No, it isn't. You'd see them have it here, right? But then they don't have it here. And another thing I found interesting was that they're trying to get you to bundle it with this to power up your phone so that you could just use it with Wi-Fi instead of plugging in your phone directly. Yeah, maybe I'll get the one of the red cameras eventually. This camera cost me enough. The EOS 30 or whatever 90D. I think it was probably like $1,500, but before I was just using a webcam. I haven't heard of anybody updating the RAM in the UXG, no. Can the Cloud Key Gen 2 support? Well, there is a site for that, calculator.com, calculator.ui.com. Can it support, what did you want? Well, we'll say you have a couple access points on it. We'll say you have 10. And we'll include that in switches. You wanted how many? You wanted 2 and several G3. So if you have 2 4K cameras, you could have up to, oh, that's quite a bit. You could have up to 15 G3 flexes. Yep. Sai-Hu, I might have messed that up very bad, but hi, how are you doing? The Discord's really good. I find it works actually, because I check every morning around 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I find it to be the fastest. Oh, landline won't work. Work for you. Oh, that sucks. Well, I wonder. I think you could probably put a Bluetooth, combine a Bluetooth to the Ubiquiti phones. I'm not too sure. I haven't tried it yet though. What's the meaning with layer 3 network migration? I'm not too sure what you mean by the question there, but it would be like, yeah, you'd be migrating through IP. You have a white phone. Oh, cool. So I don't use the phone right now. Like I've done a couple of Unify Talk videos, but they're based off of a California number. And obviously I'm in Canada. So I never keep it on. How do you like your Doorbell Pro? It's been out of stock forever. Is it worth the wait? I think it's great. I really like the package detection. I think it's worth it just for that because I get a lot of deliveries every day, whether it be actual like, you know, FedEx deliveries or skip the dishes, which is, you know, I can see when my food's there. Andrew from Ontario, how's it going? I can't really suggest the U6 Enterprise yet because I haven't fully tested it. I haven't been able to get it to work on with my well, I haven't been able to get to work the 6 gigahertz. So we're gonna have to wait on that. Actually, look at this. When you're looking at the Phone Max here, this is this conferencing unit right there. That's on an access point. I think that might be an EA still. I believe it is. Anyway, they don't have yeah, they don't have it there. The Unified Talk, I love Unified Talk. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. Tony is heading up to Vancouver in October. Never been to Canada. So I've never been to Vancouver, but apparently it's very nice. The mountains, well, depends what you're doing there. Maybe you'll do some snowboarding or skiing. I think it would be a pretty good, cool thing. Oh, really? And you got a bug bounty from Tesla. Yeah, I could see Tesla being very involved in like bug bounty programs. Question for you. My kids are getting back into school, and prior to switching to Unify, I was able to set bedtimes for their devices. Any idea how I could do that now? You could do like Wi-Fi schedules. Oh, but their computers are... I don't know if they allow you to do a schedule on that. I'll have to look into that, Tony. I don't think you can on a wired connection. You could shut their port off. That'd be the only thing, but that's going to be, you know, manual labor. Unfortunately, you can't block VPN users access to the gateways, and I did bring this up to Ubiquity before when I was doing a what video was it? It was Firewall VPN. It probably was this video here. I don't remember. Might have been this video here that I did. Did I put? Yeah, here we go. So I have VPN firewall rules at 434, but yeah, you can't block it out. So yeah, I don't know how we would get around that. But I think it's something that they need to bring in for sure. Because I don't want my VPN users to be able to hit my gateway. Yeah, it's weird that it's not available for purchase. I would love to get one of these. Not that I use it right now, but in the future, I'll probably end up setting up a more professional business phone system. Because if you call me for work right now, it's really just my cell phone number. So, or one of my cell numbers. So having this and going through like, you know, an auto attendant and then you dial a number, even if it offshoots to my cell phone, I think it would be a lot nicer. I would like to have one of these white phones, even to have them in the kitchen to watch Protect. I think that would be cool. It's always raining except for 2 months in the summer. I love the rain. It's supposed to rain here in Ontario shortly, actually. Yeah, you could use Fiberstore too. Actually, Fiberstore reached out to me, fs.com, to do some videos on their stuff. I'm kind of I don't know. I might. I may do a sponsored like 30-second ad for them, but I'm still thinking if I want to integrate that into my channel yet. But what they wanted to send me, you know, obviously their DAC cables and all that type of stuff, their transceivers, but they wanted to send me some of their switches. I have worked on their switches before and they're okay. They work. We do have a couple deployed in like small data centers and they work. It's just a lot more difficult to configure than obviously Unify. Unify makes VLANs and everything simple. I don't know if Unified Talk is coming to Canada soon. I did ask my rep and they kind of, they don't know. He said, I'll tell you when I know, right? So it's kind of just a waiting thing. it will be great when it does come to Canada because I'll be able to sell that like to a lot of my clients. Right now, we just, if people are looking for phone systems, we're selling GrandStream, but most of my customers, they're already in the Ubiquity stack. So having Unified Talk, not that we would have a ton of handsets deployed, it might be, the most would be 10, but it's still, it just integrates really well together. What else did they show on here? Another thing was weird, door access. Was this, the black access? Look at that. We talked about this a while ago in one of the live streams. But that looks nice. And now I have a customer wanting to change out all his white ones for the black ones that we just put in. Well, we don't use Cat 7 cabling. So our standard right now in Canada, or for me anyway, is Cat 6. If somebody wants 10 gig, we'll get Cat 6A. But realistically, we use like good vendors, like either Belden, vertical cable, something like that. Let me see. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, yeah. So Albert, what that means is it's migrating all your DHCP and stuff like that to the switch instead of your UDM Pro. I wouldn't do that. I would leave it as is. Oh my, with Windows 98. I hope it works well. I did see that NASA is planning on sending a couple people to the moon by, what was it, 2026? Yeah, they probably are playing catch up. With the Unified Talk. There is some things. A lot of my customers are very, like, they're just small. They need inbound, outbound calling. That's pretty much it, in voicemail, right? They don't need advanced features. So for them, it's a good solution. I'm trying to create a neighborhood Wi-Fi system. Currently, I use U6 Pro. So usually you're kind of looking to start a WISP. You would want to have like your main station, say your house with your 1 gig incoming line. And there you would want to have something like the Rocket in a point to multipoint system. I'm not a WISP consultant. I don't really work with WISP stuff, but you would do something like this. You'd have it on a Rocket. That would be your base station. And then you'd have maybe some of these or some of these on your clients' houses. From there, you'd run it into a switch with another little access point in their house. I haven't seen the viewport in stock in a long time. You can bring your own SIP trunk in. I did a video for VOIP.MS. It's a little complicated though. It's a little more complicated because you have to, well, it's not finding it there. SIP trunk. Anyway, yeah, it does allow you. So there's a bunch of different, well, you could have any providers, but you need to get the fields correct that you need for that provider. Oh, viewports are in stock at third party, maybe like TDL or something like that. Do you really need patch panels, or is it okay not to have it? I would personally have patch cables. Personally, I hate the look of cables just going directly into the switches. And really, you shouldn't do that. Not really any way to do it wirelessly, because really what you would be doing if you're just putting on, you know, a bunch of U6s around, you're doing wireless meshing, and the connections are going to be terrible. Like, the bandwidth is going to be brutal if you do it that way. Albert, thank you for the 10. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, I think it was you who told me to check out Memory Express. I always forget to check out these companies. Viewport. Oh, and that's not actually bad. Is that Canadian price though? Huh. Oh, it's out of stock. Son of a gun. That's not a bad price though on that. Yeah, stock issues are still a thing. And what else went up in price? The AI 360 just went up in price. So if we look how much that is, Canada, 514. This does fall kind of on par, I think, with the hike though. Hike Vision 360 camera. Oh, wow. Some of the hikes are like 1800. Oh, that's Axis. Holy crap. So there's a hike panoramic. It's 2200 bucks. I don't know if those are like scalper prices though, because I believe it's hard to get anybody's camera right now. Just popping in, great content as always. Got anything product you want to see next from Ubiquiti? I want them to release, well, more cameras in black. I think that would be great. I want them to release their Connect line so I could do some videos on that because I have a few Connect devices here. The Dream Walls, I want to see the Dream Wall Pro. Other than that, like I'm not too sure what else they could come out with. I'd like to see Unify Talk come to Canada and the UK. I think that would be great. Maybe some more Access stuff. I don't know what else they would kind of push out, but I think like a relay for a fire panel would be kind of interesting, even though you could buy that separately. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. More cameras, more innovation. Like that AI Theata, I was not expecting that at all. I think that's great. Is there a 6-port patch panel that you could stand alone for a breakout location, not in the main rack? Would you be putting it in a rack though? I mean, you could just get a 24 and put a bunch of blanks. There are these boxes. Let me just sign out of Amazon. How the heck do I sign out? There we go. Crap. So I have about 800 bucks in Amazon, and I'm trying to figure out what to buy. So I'm looking at just ridiculous stuff right now. 6-port Keystone box. Like you could buy these little white boxes. They're like 6-port. I mean, if you're just trying to hide them somewhere. They have this. It's a actual 110 punch panel. That only has... Is it a punch panel? Yeah. I just use Keystones though. So if you're looking for something like this, they do have it. You do that every time. Oh, I always do. Every single time. Well, and I think my pie hole would block it anyway. Let's see. Yes, they are Canadian or can only. Make sure to put your postal code in for... Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to actually... Who was it again, these guys? Bookmark those. I've been thinking about getting a drone. What else was I going to get? I was going to get my cats this. I think Mocha might be too big though. Cat wheel. One of these. An exercise wheel. I don't know if she could get... She's 11.5 pounds, maybe 12, maybe between 10 and 12 pounds, but I don't know if she's too long to run in that. So we'll see. Yeah, $399. So it has gone up in Canada and the US. I don't do jobs in the UK. Like I'll do network consulting remotely or like doing config stuff like that remotely for sure. I probably won't do the elevator review. Even if, like, I talked about this last time, if somebody asked me to do Unify Access install for them with that elevator unit, I probably wouldn't take it. Yeah, the little Keystone boxes work. And I mean, if it's just 6 ports, just throw it in there. I could never have too many cameras, but I do have cameras. Like, I don't even know how many I have. Unify Protect. Let's see. I'm not logged in. I think I probably have about 8 Unify cameras, and I have, you know, the Amcrest at the front. Then I have that hike at the back on the catio right now. Do you have a picture of that? I think I do. And it's surprisingly worked pretty well. So my whole backyard is completely covered. Like there's no dead zones at all. That's the catio, obviously, inside. And this, people were saying like, why would you waste money? I didn't waste money because Ubiquiti gave this to me, but to put this in your catio, this thing is amazing. I could see my cats, whatever they're doing. I could talk to my cats through it. The audio is good. When I do talk to the cats, they hear my voice, they look up, so I could check up on them, see if they're meowing or they want to come in. It's awesome. I don't think I took a picture of the hike on the back of it though. No, I didn't. That's a side of the catio though. It's just over there on the back. You'll still have a standing offers. Yeah, I do need to come to New York. I haven't been to New York. We were planning on doing a road trip in September. Anyway, throughout the states. I forget what states, but that got kind of kiboshed. But New York's not even far from me. Oh, that's funny. I should try that out to see if it actually crashes. That would be hilarious. But I'm probably only going to be on here another 5-10 minutes. We've been going an hour. So ask your questions. We will have more videos out this week. I still have this mission critical switch. I was trying to sell it. Nobody wants to buy it. I put it on Facebook Marketplace. I'd even sign it for you. I don't really need it. The only thing I have plugged into this mission critical right now is my uplink to the flex switch outside on the catio. So yeah, I still have this Grandstream thing to review. I forgot about that. I don't even know where I put this. I haven't plugged this in. So I bought this. I saw it at one of my distributors. I'm like, oh, I should try out the Grandstream Wi-Fi 6 and never got around to it. Probably a couple other things too. I may have a deployment for like 8 cameras coming up for a doctor's office. I'm going to see if they will allow me to film that. I think that would be really cool. Peso from Germany. Awesome. You probably wouldn't benefit. The mission critical does have that USP or the UPS built into it, but I would use it more for Unify access, and it's about $1,000 for that. So, why has my phone been blowing up? Yeah, it's not a cheap switch. Where do they have it here? Network. Smart power. Yeah, it's $1,000 American. Crazy. When they do get the battery, like these batteries, I think it could be worth it, but we'll see what the prices of the USB batteries are. They haven't even announced these yet. I'm also looking forward to, what's that thing? They're coming out with this power distribution unit thing that you could apparently tie in 2 UDMs, and it will give us high availability. So that's something else I'm looking forward to. Oh, really? I wonder if they do have Doom. I've heard they have put that on a lot of hardware. No, I didn't see that. When did he release that? No, I didn't see that. I do watch quite a few of Tony's videos, but I think I must have missed that one. I try to watch all of the, I love on-site job videos. Those are probably my favorite ones to watch. Oops. Maybe I just, can I bring up, I need to bring up a notepad quickly. Oh, not Notepad++, crap. All right. What the heck is going on? It's scrolling so much. $104 watching, yes. 48 likes. If you want to hit the like button, even though we are closing things down, still helps out that algorithm. Oh, Lawrence Systems in the house. Tom, how's it going? Yes, click the like button. That'd be great. I really want to get one of those NASA's that you had. Really good. License plate readers. That's what we were talking about that earlier in the stream. The prices of these guys. The AI bullets. They're very expensive. $3.99. Whoops. So the only way I think we could justify a price like that, even though you have, your license plate reader cameras going off Synology, is if they do introduce, a license plate reader and facial recognition into the Protect software for these AI bullets. We'll see though, because I don't really know how the 360 cameras would fall into those. Because the AI stuff, like the 360 cameras, you're not really going to see these outside so much, I don't think. We do actually have one customer who has it in the back parking lot, which is kind of funny. Yeah, the DVA, it does look nice. I don't know if you can post the YouTube link, like you can't. And I could post Tony's channel. I could post his channel. I don't know, actually, who could do that? Controlling Tech could post that video. He is mod here. Yeah, the DVA does look nice. I was looking at them after seeing that video. It would be nice to get one. I just have the DS1621 XS Plus. And it doesn't do that. But I do have that one Amcrest camera, this one right here, that does do AI, but I haven't turned it on in the camera yet. So I'm going to have to see how well it works. The picture on these things are great. For 199 bucks, like it's awesome. Obviously, I'm a huge Ubiquiti fanboy, so that's probably what I'm going to be using for now. And the hard thing is trying to get cameras. But yeah, let's bring up Tom's video too. Tom just did a video on the DVA with the license plate and facial recognition. It was a great video. Let me post that. Here you go. That's Tom's video for that. Still need to protect offsite storage. Yeah, so that would be a good one. Like if they did that, I think with Synology, they call it the C2. And I've been trying to look into that because with the C2, they are giving it away for free right now until the end of October. Let's see. Also, Cody, those 100 gig switches have been fun looking forward to them leaving EA. The problem with those data center switches, they won't end up sending out to me. They're too expensive and they're such a niche market that like most of my audience besides you probably won't even buy them. I forget who did the video. Somebody was doing a video on C2. Who did the video on C2? It's another person I follow. I forget who it was though. Oh, it was T-Rex or Space Rex. I forget what he calls his channel. He does a lot of Synology videos. Where is he here? This is the band I saw, Theata, the other day, and probably that concert was what got me sick, but it was definitely worth it. Where? Oh yeah, Space Rex right here. If you like, he does a lot of Synology stuff, but I watched one of his videos on the C2 and it seemed to work fairly decently. I don't know if it's bots or what it is when we're purchasing, because I know when things come live and I need a bunch of them, I'm going out and buying a bunch of them. So I think it's probably just real humans that are buying all the gear. I don't know I think you could push an RTSP stream to Synology for the unified videos, but it doesn't work well. And I think it's just on their older models. Yeah, Theata was awesome. I would definitely go see them again. Oh, I saw them last week. Yeah, so I saw them in Toronto, and it was my brother and I guess we were in the VIP section. I didn't realize I bought those tickets. So we had like our own booth and stuff. It was really cool. No, like Tom said, yeah, they don't work well together at all. I've been trying to learn playing God, but I'm not that good at guitar. So it's, yeah, it's going to take me a couple years to figure that song out. Joel, so if you're trying to link anything, it's not, YouTube will block it. That's true. That's true. You do see a lot of things third party. It's the problem with all gear right now. It's going to be very hard to get a hold of. And you're always going to see these third party retail prices. So I sell stuff too. Like if I have extra, I don't know, if I had a bunch of extra G4 cameras that were sitting around, I'd probably end up selling them after a month or two if I didn't get any camera jobs. But I wouldn't up price it. I'd sell it right at cost. I just would feel terrible doing that. It doesn't work well. Yeah, I did the RTSP on to a Synology. This was going back years ago, and it worked, but it didn't work well at all. The Synology NASs though, like surveillance stations. I wonder what's the cost on those DVAs though, because they do come with the free licenses, right? 8 free licenses. Synology DVA. I don't know if the one thing I don't think they put on is prices. Ooh, Lord, that's pricey. This is Amazon, mind you, so it might be getting bumped up as well. But this is their bigger model DVA, which I think came with 16 free licenses for $5,000. But then again, you have the redundant bays, right? So you have your 4 dry bays. The facial recognition, I thought that was really cool. The license plate would be the biggest thing to me, because with facial recognition, a lot of people are going to wear masks no matter what. With license plates, unless they're covering their license plates, you know, if the camera's picking up the plate, you're going to find that person unless they're stolen or whatnot, right? 700 for the little one. Oh, that's not bad. 700's not bad. Yeah, that's actually a good price. How do you get a check by your name? That means you're an, super all-star YouTuber. I think that means you're validated or verified or something like that. Yeah, but those prices, that's not bad. $700 for the small guy. I'm gonna have to look into that. Give your firstborn son. Yeah, that's true. It could be it. I did end up buying one more new guitar. I gotta stop. I think that's it. I'm done. I never had an Ibanez guitar, but the band from Theata, I was gonna buy one of their custom guitars. I didn't like it as much as this one, so now I have like 8 guitars. So I probably gotta settle down because I don't even play that often. Yeah, 800 with 8 licenses. Like a license. What is a license? Synology. There we go. And I'm on the Canadian site. Let's go to the American site. Synology surveillance station license. Yeah. So you're looking at $56 for a license. On normal stations, it's only $700. That's actually really good. I might buy that. So I have some affiliate card thingies that I've been trying to figure out something to buy, and I have about this much, so maybe I will get that. I think I'm gonna buy that. And okay, so this one has the HDMI output. I'm kind of surprised that on the bigger model they didn't put the HDMI output on it. I don't actually know what model this is. I have no idea. I could check, I guess. Let's see. It is the, what is this? The RG A42 HPQM. There it is. It's this guy right there. Holy crap. I paid that much for it? Whoops. Yeah, here, I'll put, if you're into guitars, I'll put that in. Yeah, it's a. I'm very when I buy stuff, I just go into shop and buy it. I like it. I need to stop doing that. I'm a compulsive buyer. But it is a nice guitar. I do have a couple other Fenders. This pink bass, that's a Mark Hoppus from Blink-182. It's his custom bass that he just came out with. This is actually my favorite guitar that I bought so far, the Charvel. Charvel is now bought by Fender. But I have another Telly that's exactly like that. This Telly right here. The body and everything is the same. But that one's Fender. I have another orange Fender player. Another yellow one. My construction buddy stole a competitor's truck to dump stuff on the road. Oh my lord. Let's just see. Where are we here? For doing shady. Yeah, I could see that as well. Yep. I wonder, maybe I should buy that unit. I don't know, the Synology unit. I do have a bunch of real link cameras that I said I would do reviews for, so I guess I could attach that all to the Synology. I'm not too sure why they don't have an output either. I think that would be good if they did, but they're obviously trying to sell their viewports, which are, you know, we haven't seen the viewports in stock for a very, very long time. But then again, I don't know what they're doing with the viewports because they have that Comcast stuff or the Connect stuff coming out, so that might integrate. I buy two. So my hobbies right now: guitars, Lego, tech. Right. I could care less about cars or any of that type stuff. It doesn't interest me. I probably should. I probably do need a new car, but you know, Lego and all that keeps me busy enough, and it's expensive. They did actually just come out with this new sweet Lego that I've been thinking about getting too. So for my Amazon purchases, it's either going to be between this, right, that I buy, and this could go towards my YouTube to make other videos, or which would be this Simpsons Lego, which I've wanted for a while. These things are like discontinued, they're not made anymore. It's either the Lego Simpsons house or the Quickie Mart, which I think I would, if I was going to buy the Lego, it would probably be the Quickie Mart. Just for now anyway. I'll end up getting the Simpsons house eventually, but this thing just looks really cool. Yeah, it's constantly out of stock. I don't know what they're doing with that, to be honest with you. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, when I go into the guitar stores now, I have to stop going because I'll just end up buying more and more stuff. I've met quite a few cool people off just going into guitar stores that, you know, you wouldn't expect them to be in that area. Rip and replace 1K of networking gear for reason other than it is a newer model. And that's exactly what I do. Like, Ubiquiti does send me gear, and I say it at the beginning of my videos, but a lot of this stuff I buy myself just because it's cool. Quickie Mart for sure, but yeah, that's true. Can the Quickie Mart make me money? Like if I got the Synology, that would make me money, but this is just wicked. How many do they have left too? They only have 2 in stock, and they're not making any more of these. We'll see. I already have a 4-bay Synology NAS. Oh, get the 4-bay. I'm not spending $4,000 on that. Honestly, if I bought even the 2-bay one that we were just looking at, I'd do my review on it, you know, let it sit, record videos, whatever for a while, and then after I'm done with that, it will just be sitting collecting dust doing nothing. It is about what makes me happy. And you know, right now you should see how much Lego I actually still have in the basement though to make. Weapons from Alien, I don't even know what that is. Take a look. Alien Express. Like a kit, yeah, it's terrible. We went to a Lego Oh crap, I went to site. We went to the Lego store. There's a big Lego store in the Vaughan Mall where we live, and I spent quite a bit of money walking around there. Thing with Lego, you have to be looking down, and it ends up killing my neck after a while. Lincoln Logs. I don't even know what that is. There was something else that I was going to get into. No, I haven't thought. Oh, that's kind of cool. I need to follow directions though. I'm not very artistic, so like if you just gave me a bunch of blocks and said build something, I'd be screwed. But I was looking at these the other day too, starting to paint these. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't really need another hobby, but when I was a kid, I had one of the parents that I knew had a ton of these Warhammer metal miniatures, and I always wanted to get into painting them. But not being artistic too, I probably wouldn't do a bad job painting them, but it would be fun though. Something else to get into. Yeah, Lego's crazy expensive. Oh, that's what I was going to look at. The not the Simpsons Lego. We'll get back on. Actually, I probably should end the stream soon. I was going to only go another 10 minutes. What was it? It was a lighthouse that they came out with. Lighthouse. This right here, motorized. Why am I in the UK store? Like, look at this. So it's I don't know how it motorizes. Obviously, it's probably the light that goes around and around. I might end up getting this one as well. We'll see. If it's collecting dust, it's not doing nothing. That's true. Tom's done some videos on, or Lawrence Systems, if you aren't subbed to him, I would, but he's done some videos on the 45 drive stuff. That is a very expensive rig that I do not need for home. Like my business, I'm not doing like what Tom's doing with these massive storage servers. We're throwing in like 4 bay NASs at most. That's the thing. Like when you end up getting, it's like this base back here. It's a custom, or it's not custom, but it's a Mark Hoppus baseline. I didn't really want to touch it. I don't know. Keeping stuff in the box, it's hard to think about if you want to do that or not. Building it is fun though. Fiber Store is great. Yeah. We'll see. It's just hard to get their gear to Canada. That's the problem. If we do end up going through the States, like doing a road trip, I will be trying to find like a Lego store or something that makes me happy. You use them for D&D. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that. I probably don't need another hobby. I don't have enough time. I like going to some of the, like, I really like Florida. I think at the end of, I think we'll eventually buy a condo in Florida. I just watched your video on Unify VPN, and I'm wondering, is there a way to send specific websites through the VPN? Not right now, no. And it was kind of odd how I had to do it to just send one, like my IoT network down the NordVPN. It was a different way of doing it. I know 45 drives is Canadian. I doubt I would, I could never afford to buy one of them. And I doubt they would ever send me one. I don't think that's really my target audience anyway. I love watching your videos on it though. I think Jeff Gerling, I think that's how to say his last name, he did a video on it as well. And actually I did watch the Linus Tech Tips videos on 45 drives. It's really, it's a very cool solution for sure. Level 1 techs. I've watched a couple of level 1 techs, more on the like Wi-Fi side. Well, even buying 45 hard drives is going to cost you a lot of money. I don't know if I've watched Craft Computing's Computing's video on it. I watch Jeff or like Craft Computing quite a bit, just depending. what it is. Like, I'm not huge into PC builds and stuff like that, so I don't watch a lot of that stuff. Let's see. We have a Lego store here in Kansas City. You're welcome to crash in one of our guest bedrooms. We'll see. I get invited. Where do I get invited to a lot? Texas. I get invited to Texas so much to do work. I always decline because of the events over the last 2 years. I wasn't traveling anyway. I don't know. Maybe I should go out and explore some more of the world, or go to the US to actually. I just don't know on the laws. I'd probably need some sort of visa if I was going to do work in the US, like actual physical work. You got a condo in Florida. Yeah, Florida's awesome. We would buy probably in like Orlando. But anyway, 5 more minutes. I said that probably 20 minutes ago. I got to get, well, I don't actually have anything to do today. I got to still just try to get 100% feeling better, and so I could get some more videos out. This week, I don't know what we're going to do. They did have a update for Unify Access. Where was that? It had something to do with door guards. So what happens with door guards, how I understand it, is if somebody rings the doorbell at your Unify Access reader on the Reader Pro, it will ring the first door guard, then go to the second door guard and third. I'll probably take a look at that. And then a couple other things. I'm not 100% sure what I have on the list still. I think I just heard Tom talk about the Forbidden Router in one of his live streams. I don't think I actually watched the video on it. Oh my God, that's crazy. 45 drives cost less than a condo tech. Yeah, that's funny. Oh my Lord. Yeah. 52 just for drives. Oh my God. You could probably buy a condo for, 65,000 somewhere maybe. Anyway, yeah, you're getting out of here. I'm going to get out of here. I got nothing to do. I'm going to watch some TV, maybe read. I don't know. Not too sure. But thanks everybody for coming by. I will be live next Sunday at 11 a.m. EST. And then we will, a couple more videos out this week. I appreciate it here. Not here in the US. You used to be able to buy condos that cheap. That was probably going years and years and years back. But anyway, have a good day, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you next weekend. Take care.